You can all see from the game, like the performance was that poor. There was no sense of urgency, no pressing, the mentality levels. I don't know what is wrong with Tottenham, but at least you're playing for a club like Tottenham, so you have to put up a fight. But it seems that the mentality of the players, it's not just that. I don't know what is wrong with them.
Football fans, Premier League this weekend have been absolutely cracker. Yes, no big game in La Liga, but something else happened in that league for sure. And as you know, Chelsea draw, United still to play tomorrow. Arsenal, a massive win. Manchester City, great win. And we have the likes of Aston Villa drawing, as well as the table of the Premier League table is kind of exciting, both in the bottom half of the league table and also the top half are really exciting. Join us as we give you what really happened this weekend in Premier League and in La Liga. With me is Ima, and if you just join us and you are new, this is Ashili Sports. Ima, how excited are you today with this weekend with this Premier League conundrum?
Yeah, we've gotten so many games, that proved to be, top games. Yesterday I got a chance to watch Newcastle playing against Manchester City. I also watched Aston Villa against Leeds United. Tammy Abraham getting the late goal for Aston Villa to secure a point for them yesterday. There were great matches yesterday. Chelsea, Burnley, today it continued with them not landing that be another games. Yeah, so it's been an exciting weekend.
It has been an exciting weekend for sure, as the weekend features some big clashes, including Saturday games that was absolutely played as well. And first of all, Arsenal, you are wearing Arsenal jersey, you are Arsenal fan, massive one for that matter. And North London Derby happened today. Arsenal demolished Spurs by 4-1 away, with standout goals from players like Viktor Gyokeres and also Eberechi Eze, and sealing a dominant win. Does this put them in the driving seat for the title, or can Manchester City, who beat Newcastle 2-1 Saturday, close the gap again soon?
Yeah, it was a great performance today from the Mikel Arteta and his boys. I think one of the best games I've watched Gyokeres play for Arsenal was today. He was straight, for the defenders of Tottenham Hotspur. Fortunately for him, he got 2 goals to his name, and his performance was that good. I think he even won the man of the match, award after the games. He was having a very good day. Eberechi, I think one of his favorite teams is now becoming Tottenham Hotspur. In the first leg, he scored 3 goals against them. Second leg, he scored 2. I think 5 goals in total, home and away for Eberechi during the North London derby, and I think it has boosted his confidence. Of late, we've not been seeing him play for Arsenal that much, so him being introduced to the game, when I saw the lineup, I was a bit skeptical that what is he going to add to, the team. But fortunately, he got 2 goals, and yeah, we secured a 4-1 win away from home. Let's not forget, Manchester City too really did well yesterday. Nico O'Reilly scoring 2 goals, defender and left back scoring 2 goals for um, Manchester City. I think yesterday they really proved that they wanted to, compete for the title. It's still open. We still have more games to go. The title race, is still on. For me, as an Arsenal fan, I've lost hope because of like the past matches that we are playing. But sometimes we cannot say never until we wait to, for the last games of the Premier League before we can say that everything is over. But for now, I think the league is still open, and it's between Manchester City and Arsenal. Any of the teams can win the Premier League. Yeah.
Yeah, any of the team can win the Premier League for sure. But looking at Liverpool secure a solid 1 win away against Nottingham Forest, with them sitting mid-table in the top contenders, around 45 points, 45 points. This pushed them closer to Champions League spot, or you think maybe the likes of Chelsea, Manchester United are still the bigger threats to Liverpool into the Champions League spot?
Yeah, they still have more games. As I said earlier on that we still have more games to play, and if Liverpool are to qualify to play in Europe again, specifically the Champions League, it'll be a great, addition to the Champions League. Fortunately for the Premier League, maybe they can get 5 slots. So even if you place feet on the table, you might get a chance to play in the Champions League. And I think that's what they are fighting for now. It's also rather unfortunate for them that they lost 2-1 against Manchester City at home. But this week they bounced back with a late goal winner from Alexis McAllister, which, gave them all the 3 points. I think Nottingham Forest, on the other hand, were just unfortunate because they had some chances that they should have also put at the back of the net, but some way, somehow, they squandered all those chances. And at the end of the day, Liverpool punished them and got all the 3 points from them.
Yeah, from them for sure. We also have the likes of Fulham, who won 3-1 away, with Raúl Jiménez scoring twice, including penalties. Does this end their recent slump and boost their mid-table securities while piling more pressure promoted sides survival Sunderland?
Yeah, I think the Stadium of Light has also proven to be a very difficult ground to get a win. But I think last week or last 2 weeks that Liverpool went there to break that record. They've not lost at home. So Liverpool got a 1-0 win over them last 2 weeks or so. And today, another spectacular performance from Fulham. They went there, to get 3 goals, at the back of Sunderland's nets, and it was a massive performance from them. I think they're also fighting to play maybe in the Conference League or the Europa League next season. Their performance, if they are to continue like this for the next games, I'm tipping them to play in either the Conference League or the Europa League next season because yeah, they are capable of doing that. Watching them today, I think there's something missing in the Sunderland team also. The kind of spark, the kind of energy they used to play from the start of the season, I think gradually it is coming to an end. You can see a bit of fatigue, a bit of their sharpness levels are down, the mentality is down a bit. I don't know what's going on with them, but I think the coach should just sit his boys down, let them know to come back to the winning ways. But yeah, it was a massive performance from Fulham.
It was a massive performance from Fulham. Ima, you look at Crystal Palace, they edge it 1-0 win over Wolves. Can this home form keep them safe from the drop of the because we know they are threatening in the relegation zone? Can this help them safe from dropping to the relegation zone? And does it highlight Wolves' ongoing struggle away from home?
Yeah. As I said earlier on, Crystal Palace, after Oliver Glasner now that he'll not be in charge of the team going forward, I think they've also dropped in form. A lot is going on in the club as I talk right now. They started very well, but along the line, they sold some of their players and, it's really, really weakened their team. But I'm just hoping to see if there will be a bit of motivation for them to play the rest of the games for this season, to even allow them to still play in the Premier League. Now that's the main focus the team should come together and fight for. That's the main goal. They should try as much as possible to stay in the Premier League, and maybe when the summer transfer window opens, they can make some recruitment and boost up their squad with 1 or 2 players. But for now, I think they're also going through their crisis. Wolverhampton, on the other hand, they are already dead votes. In my books, there's no way they are coming back into the Premier League next season. Definitely, they are going back to the Championship. But fortunately for them, I think they found a way to get goals against Arsenal, like coming from a 2-goal. Now they got 2-2 win with a late equalizer. Coming into this game, I thought maybe they will build up on that confidence and maybe get a draw with Crystal Palace. Fortunately for them, they got a penalty, but their striker, which is Tolu, something, he also missed the penalty. And later on, Crystal Palace also had a way to punish them to get all the 3 points at home.
So Chelsea drew 1-1 with Burnley. Aston Villa drew 1-1 with Leeds United. Brentford also lost 0-2 to Brighton. Which of these sides is most at risk of falling out of the European race if they can't turn draws into wins?
Yeah, I think looking at the fixtures that Chelsea have coming up, it's very difficult for them. Their next 6 or 7 fixtures It's really, really difficult. So for me, I thought maybe this Burnley game they should have, grabbed all the 3 points because at this stage every point counts. They should have taken the 3 points and they were playing at home. But unfortunately, I don't know whether it was because of the red card that they had. They considered a late equalizer, which didn't help them, get all the 3 points. Yesterday, to some players also missed some huge, huge opportunities. Cole Palmer, for instance, had, a very clear opportunity to extend the lead for Chelsea, but unfortunately, things didn't go well for him and he missed that chance. So I think Chelsea have to sit up if they want to play in Europe next season because now the race has become very, very, very difficult. Looking at the way the table is, if they don't, position themselves very well, these coming games will determine their future if they will play in the Champions League going forward next season. They have to sit up because there are huge, huge games coming up for them, and I'm hoping maybe Rosinha is a coach who can turn things around for them because it's really difficult. Next week they are going to play at the MS Stadium against Arsenal, which is a very difficult game. So when you're playing against teams like Burnley, you have to gather all the 3 points. But unfortunately for them, they couldn't.
Unfortunately for them, they couldn't. And going back to Arsenal, Tottenham, Igor Tudor is a new coach of Tottenham, and today a massive loss as a first coach for Tottenham and his first game. Is it same old Tottenham or maybe something changed today?
Yeah, it's same old Tottenham. Me, for instance, an Arsenal fan, fine, we won against Tottenham Hotspur, but I'm not that impressed because we all know what Tottenham they are going through at the moment. And we can all see from the game, like their performance was that poor. There was no sense of urgency, no pressing, the mentality levels. I don't know what is wrong with Tottenham. Injuries have also affected them in a way, which I think I'll spare the coaches for that. But at least you're playing for a club like Tottenham, so you have to put up a fight. But it seems that the mentality of the players, it's not just that. I don't know what is wrong with them, but if they are not very careful, if they keep on the same path, maybe they might also end up in a relegation battle. Because now it's still open here. We still have more games to go. They are not safe. Looking at the position that they are on the table, so it will be better for them to start gathering the pieces and maybe with the new manager coming, the new manager bounce spirit will just come around the team and maybe for them to get stay in the Premier League because it's very disheartening watching a team like Tottenham that should be competing, for the top five and to play in the Champions League, really battling with the likes of West Ham United and Nottingham Forest down the relegation, zone, and it's really difficult for them. I'm just hoping to see Igor Tudor try to change things a bit from what Thomas Frank was doing for maybe Tottenham to now the realistic, target for them is to stay in the Premier League because I don't see this Tottenham team, playing in any of the European competitions. Look at their performance. So the best thing he can do for the team is to, help them stay in the Premier League and maybe going forward he has to change things with this team because I don't know, but this Tottenham team is that bad.
This Tottenham team is that bad. La Liga is heating up too, though no major league games appear scheduled exactly this weekend. But then some midweek Champions League action for Real Madrid versus Benfica round of 16 game is coming up on Wednesday. But recent form and standing shows a tight race in La Liga. Real Madrid suffered a recent loss and Barcelona have also capitalized it this weekend. Can Barcelona pull away the top of La Liga after Real Madrid recent stumbles?
Yeah, on Monday, Madrid had a chance to, stay, at the top of the La Liga, but yesterday the performance against Osasuna too was another. I don't know whether it's fatigue because this same team traveled to Portugal to play in the Champions League playoffs, and they are playing on Saturday too because they have another match the following week. So sometimes, some of these things they count. I don't know whether it was fatigue. The players, I think the players were a bit tired, and they couldn't win at Osasuna. They lost by two. And Barcelona also took the advantage of it today and won against Levante to secure the first position that they lost on Monday. Funny thing is that with the title race in the La Liga, they still have a game in hand, which is, the second round of the El Clasico, the second, leg, which is to be played. So I think it will all boil down to that day. If it is to stay this way for till that time, maybe the team that will carry the day on, that particular day of the El Clasico will eventually win the La Liga. But for now, it's still open. Like what is happening in the Premier League also, because just 2 points between Real Madrid and Barcelona at the moment.
So, looking at the situation with Real, do you think Real Madrid's Champions League focus, like the upcoming Benfica tie, distracting them from reclaiming the La Liga crown? They have European commitments this midweek, as we said, and then probably they balance both competitions without dropping more domestic points.
Yeah, it all comes down to the coach, in the person of Alvaro Arbeloa to find and just make some changes in the team. Sometimes you have to rest certain players, but the difficult thing is if you still put them on the bench and things are not going well, you have to reintroduce them into the team. That is why he went in with a strong team, the team that he played with during the weekend against Benfica. I think most of the players started the game against Osasuna too. In my opinion, he should have maybe rested them and introduced them in the second half. But he thought maybe going into the game, they will build on that, performance, that confidence, and they will go to Osasuna and get the win. And mind you, Osasuna too have not lost in about 3 months at their home, and it was really going to be a very difficult game for Real Madrid, and it showed in the game. At the end of the game, with a late goal from Osasuna, they grabbed all the 3 points, and Madrid lost the game by 2 goals to 1.
Yeah, so that means that Barcelona have absolutely capitalized the league table by 1 point difference as well. The gap is not that much, but can Barcelona also maintain the league title or the top of the league table till the end of the season?
No, I'm not sure it's certain that they can maintain it to the end of the season. As I said earlier on, they still have a game in hand and it's still 50-50 between the two. This season, Barcelona has not, really distinguished itself that is standing in a pole position to win the La Liga. Same applies to Real Madrid. So yeah, it's still open for the two teams. Atletico Madrid, on the other hand, that's usually used to be the third force and could have also used this advantage and still the La Liga from the two. They're also not in a very good position to fight for so it comes down to the two of them. And as I said earlier on, it will go down to the day the El Clasico will be played, and after that, maybe I can make a decision to see whether I will crown Real Madrid champions or Barcelona will go ahead and win the La Liga.
Okay, so guys, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for watching. And hey, let us know your opinions about the Premier League this weekend, because it has been absolutely top notch. Which of your favorite team to qualify to the Champions League next season, and also who do you think could probably win the title? Is it the Gunners, Arsenal, or is it going to be Manchester City? Because right now it looks like it boils down to the two of them. But let us know. And hey, let's know your favorite team, whether your favorite team win this weekend. See you in the next episode. And hey, ciao. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscription button, like and share the video. And hey, we'll see you next.